What's up guys, welcome to this month's top 5 video for film. I thought that it'd be best to celebrate the top 5 trilogies in movies, along with my collaborators as usual, Episode 90, LC Story 16. Alright, today we'll be talking about our top 5 favorite trilogies, as well as our honorable mentions, and of course the stands of all trilogies out there. If we want to make it really hard on ourselves, we have to try and make the list has to consist of trilogies that only have 3 movies. But I will make an exception that if there are only maybe 4 movies, you can make the exception, maybe kick off one of the movies.
My honorable mention for top trilogies is the Terminator series. Absolutely love the Terminator series. Lots of badass robot fighting. Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Terminator. He is an absolute badass. It's just an awesome series. I absolutely love every Terminator movie. The third one, but I liked all the Terminator. I liked them all. Love Terminator series. Arnold. These movies are what made me love Arnold Schwarzenegger as an actor.
Okay, my honorable mention. Mine was originally gonna be The Godfather trilogy, but someone told me I couldn't do it. My honorable mention goes to the Jackass trilogy. Because for one thing, I am a big ass fan of the Jackass TV show, not only that, but the movies, and I also like the Jackass video game as well, because it is fun. These guys know they're gonna fail, but the thing is, they make the best out of it. They set themselves up for failure all the time. That's the whole point of their stunts. Yes, there's some of their stunts are like, oh god! Some of them you just want to shield your eyes up, and some of them will make you almost ROFTLMAO everywhere in the theater room. It's such a great cast of likable people. Every time I've gone to see a Jackass movie, I've always had a hell of a time watching them.
My honorable mention is Jurassic Park. I love dinosaurs. I have since I was a little child. Just the fact that you can go to a park and dinosaurs roam around free, but they go crazy at night. It's just unbelievable. Yeah. The third one, just like Lucas said about the Terminator, the third one was because of William H. Macy, but overall it was a great trilogy.
Number 5 favorite film trilogies is the Scream series. I love the Scream series. Even though I have not seen the second one, I'm going to use Austin's rule and replace it with the 4th one.
Okay.
Because that's the most recent one I've seen. I absolutely love the Scream series. And I also love the opening line from pretty much all the Scream movies. What's your favorite scary movie? I love the plot twist, I love the characters, everything about the Scream series makes me love horror movies. An awesome time just to try and figure out who is the actual killer. You may think it's one person, but then it's another person. Then it's someone you completely did not think who it was is the actual killer.
So it's like Clue.
Kinda. You could say that.
Actually, yeah, in a sense it is. And my number 5 goes to the Matrix trilogy. Now I know this is on April 90s list as well.
Believe it or not, this is my number 5 also.
Well, A.
Alright.
It's one of my favorite films of all time. The first one, not the next 2. Yes. But the first one is a masterpiece. The second one, great. The third one had too much focus on the CGI, but had an awesome final fight sequence at the end. The first one is just about this guy who just feels that something is off in his life, meets Morpheus. Things happen, things go haywire all around him, people die around him the entire time. He later finds out that he is the one. It's also a great, the steampunk, cyberpunk universe of how hackers, hack themselves into the Matrix is really interesting. And of course, this was the movie that really pioneered CGI special effects, which my friend Cody says almost pretty much the movie industry, which I kind of agree with him at this point.
Ending of the second one was really unconvincing.
Yeah, it was one of the worst cliffhangers ever.
Yeah, because you automatically knew there was going to be a sequel. When he opens his eyes like, oh my god, there's going to be a sequel. Yeah. Also, my favorite scene in The Matrix is the scene with the Neo and he gets the Agent Smiths.
Number 4. The Pirates of the Caribbean series. Except the 4, even though I've seen all 4, the 4th one's not really that good. I don't want to include that. I'm including only the first 3. I absolutely love the Pirates of the Caribbean series. The villains in the movies are awesome. Johnny Depp is just awesome, dude. He's awesome as Jack Sparrow. Absolutely, man. I love his witty, actions and everything. His characteristics, everything. It's just awesome. Excellent series. I love the Pirates of the Caribbean series. Definitely got me into liking Johnny Depp a bit more in his roles. Even though he's a little bit weird in some of his movies.
Like Dark Shadows.
Dark Shadows.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I still haven't forgiven him over that. Oh wait, no. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, excuse me. Sorry.
Don't mention that.
I'm an idiot. It's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, not Willy Wonka.
Stop.
Sorry.
Moving on!
Moving on.
My number 4 goes to, I know this isn't Alex's favorite trilogy, and this is the Back to the Future trilogy.
Damn right.
This is your classic sci-fi story right here. Your young man goes back in time, not knowing what the hell is going on, ends up almost f***ing up his future or just his existence in general. Relatable characters, Marty McFly is such a relatable character, Doc Brown, he's just an old wise badass entirely. Ben Fisher, classic everyday bully, and it has some very classic lines like Great Scott. And
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
And my favorite line in the entire series is when this baby hits 80 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit. That is my favorite line in the entire trilogy.
My number 4 favorite trilogy in film history, or in my opinion, is Christopher Nolan's Batman.
Oh, okay.
Now, first of all, I gotta say, Batman
Begins.
Begins, it was definitely the weakest of the 3. But the other 2, Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises, are the cream of the crop when it comes to superhero movies. Yeah, especially the second one, because The Dark Knight has the Joker, one of your favorite villains of all
Favorite
time.
villain of all time.
Overall, Batman comes to life bigger and better than ever.
Number 3, the Spider-Man trilogy.
Oh, wow.
But Austin, even though the Amazing Spider-Man
That's a
came
reboot,
out,
so that's a reboot.
even though it's a reboot, I really am considering trying to put that over Spider-Man 3 because
Thank you.
I didn't like Spider-Man 3 at all.
Thank you.
Emo hair dancing Tony B. Maguire. Why? Just why? That image is buried in our minds forever.
That dancing is came over my head. Oh, God.
Anyway, I absolutely love the Spider-Man series. Tobey Maguire, other than 3, it does an excellent job as Spider-Man. I love the characters, including Mary Jane, his aunt and uncle. There's just overall, and also the villains in the movie. I mean, is Andrew Maguire?
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield. Andrew Garfield does a great job as the new Spider-Man as well. He's one of my favorite superheroes.
My number 3 goes to the original Star Wars trilogy, not the prequels. I'm talking about 4, 5, and 6, those classic sci-fi movies. If anything else, I believe that Star Wars is the pinnacle of a perfect sci-fi film. A New Hope is just an amazing film, but where it really hits you hard is an Empire Strikes Back, which is one of my favorite films of all time. And calling it the best Star Wars film of all time, that's not giving it justice. Calling it one of the best films of all time, that's getting somewhere right there because it's everything that a sequel should be. Darker, have more character development, amazing action sequences, better special effects, even without the CGI. One of the best plot twists in film history ever, which I've said too many times, so I'm not going to get into that again. And I am so glad that J.J. Abrams is here to do the first sequel movie. I am so psyched about that. Because, I mean, honestly, J.J. Abrams is a huge Star Wars fan, so I love to see his take on it. Luke Skywalker is the guy you can relate to. Han Solo is just the ultimate badass
It's frozen
for a sidekick. That too. Princess Leia, do not tell me that when you're a little boy and you watched her in that bikini, you did not get any ideas.
Lucas,
Yes, the original Star Wars trilogy is the definition of a perfect sci-fi movie.
My number 3 is the Spider-Man trilogy. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy. That includes Spider-Man 3.
God damn it, Alex.
What are you doing?
A dance party.
No, just please, God, no.
Hold on, I have to play something really quick.
No.
Well, that's just fucking great!
Spider-Man is my number 1 favorite superhero of all time. Tobey Maguire seemed more believable. The villains were great. The only bad thing is in Spider-Man 3, Venom was only in there for 30 minutes. 2 was good. Everybody says 2 is the best one. I don't know why. I say
agree.
number 1 is the best because Green Goblin, you can't go wrong with the Green Goblin. Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. That's my number 3.
Number 2 is the Star Wars franchise.
Oh.
The prequels. I mean, I'm just kidding. The originals.
You really had me there.
For seriously, people, my number 2 is the Star Wars originals, not the f***ing prequels.
Thank you.
I absolutely love the Star Wars movies. Watching Star Wars as a kid made me into watch a lot of video games and do a lot of space stuff as a kid when I liked a lot of that kind of stuff. Darth Vader is probably one of my favorite villains of all time. Luke, I am your father. That was one of the most iconic lines I've ever seen in any movie. It's just one of my favorite quotes from Darth Vader ever. I still have a Luke Skywalker figurine, like when I was a kid. I still have it. It was like an original 1992 one. And also, definitely one interesting character that I did like a little bit is Lando Calrissian. He was definitely one of the...
I forgot about him.
Lando Calrissian is definitely one of the favorite. Overall, just Star Wars is awesome. Austin pretty much explained most of what I wanted to say.
Alright, my number 2, this was Alex's number 4, and that is Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy. Now, I disagree. I think that every single one of Nolan's Batman movies are amazing.
The first one was slow.
No. Batman Begins, all of his movies were phenomenal. Batman Begins was the way to show Batman. Christian Bale kicks Michael Keaton's ass as Batman. I'm sorry, but he does.
Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer sucks. No. Christian Bale is the Batman. Like, he has the voice. Where are the other guys going? He has that voice, but at first of all, you laugh at it in the first movie, you kind of do in the second one, but in the third one, you stick with it. It grows with you. You accept it this time around. And the Joker, he is my favorite comic villain of all time. Heath Ledger pretty much embodied the Joker in Dark Knight, and that is my favorite of the Dark Knight movies, even though I love Dark Knight Rises. I just love Dark Knight just that much more. And Christopher Nolan is pretty much one of the best filmmakers of this generation. The Nolan Batman movies trilogy is my number 2.
My number 2. Thank you guys for pretty much explaining this one for me. You guys are d***s. My number 2 is No, I already mentioned Spider-Man. Why the hell am I saying Spider-Man? My number 2 is Star Wars, the original. I've always been fantasized by the lightsaber. Can't really choose a favorite because they're all masterpieces. In my opinion, it's one of the greatest film trilogies of all time, but it's number 2, not number 1.
It's number 1.
Number 1 is the Dark Knight trilogy. I absolutely loved the Dark Knight trilogy. Absolute favorite movies, some of my favorite movies of all time. Dark Knight Rises was not number 1 in favorite movie in 2012. Bane is an awesome villain. My favorite villain, though, of the series is definitely Joker, who was played by Heath Ledger, rest in peace. He embodied the Joker so well. I don't remember the first one that much, but I do remember the second and third ones really well. They're both amazing films. And remember from Batman Begins, it was an amazing film, even though it wasn't as good as Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises.
Yes.
Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises are definitely movies that can keep me entertained no matter what kind of mood I am, no matter where I am. Even when I was in my trip to Georgia recently, I was watching The Dark Knight Rises on my computer, so that definitely kept me entertained. For pretty much a 6-hour bus ride. Yeah. I loved watching these movies. They're awesome. I can watch them over and over and over again. I'm even going to show my kids when they're old enough. There's awesome movies to watch. Right, I love the Dark Knight series. What else can I say?
My number 1, Alex. I know you're going to be f***ing mad at me for saying this, but this is a trilogy that, as a kid, when I first saw the first movie, it sparked my passion and wanting to be a film critic and also being a film director. Directed by my favorite filmmaker of all time, Peter Jackson, the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I absolutely love the Lord of the Rings movies. They are pretty much the pinnacle of a fantasy movie. Each movie, while they are really long, it is the only trilogy that is insanely long that has kept me entertained, including the extended editions. I mean, if you've ever seen the third movie, extended edition, that's nearly 4.5 hours. It still kept me entertained throughout the entire thing. And I'm one of those people that when The Hobbit was close to coming out, I pre-gamed like a motherfucker for it. I watched all the movies, all the extended editions, just to see what they cut out. I love all the battle sequences. The characters are amazing, and the ensemble cast is amazing. Elijah Wood as Frodo.
The Walking.
Sean Astin as Samwise Gamgee. Viggo Mortensen as Aragorn, who is my favorite character the entire thing. Orlando Bloom, or Will in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, as Legolas. Gimli, Gandalf, Saruman, Sauron, all those characters. When I first saw the first movie and the theaters when I was a little kid, it sparked that passion of wanting to be a filmmaker, and I really credit Peter Jackson. Now, while J.R. Tolkien did write the books, I don't think, not even Christopher Nolan, I don't think he could have came up with the same amazing landscapes in Middle-earth that I think that Peter Jackson came up with. In all the movies, if you've looked on Rotten Tomatoes, all of them have over a 90% on the tomato meter. And yes, the third one, still congratulations, it won all the Oscars it was nominated for. And it was the first time a fantasy film ever got and won. Now I know a lot of people are saying Lord of the Rings are just a bunch of walking movies.
Exactly. They walk, they walk, they walk, they have a battle, they walk again, have a battle, destroy the ring, that's the end.
But with those walkings comes with amazing character development. That's the whole point of the walking. There's character development. Something you don't understand about in the movies. Moving on. And every single one has an amazingly beautifully composed score by Howard Shore. It's the score that every time I hear it just puts me in awe. The Lord of the Rings trilogy is still to this day my favorite trilogy of all time. It's the one trilogy that really has inspired me for a film critic and for a film director. And I love Peter Jackson, even though that Lovely Bones wasn't that great, but I can forgive him because
Neither was King Kong.
No, King Kong was amazing.
King Kong was good.
Lord of the Rings trilogy is my favorite trilogy of all time.
My number one favorite trilogy of all time is the Back to the Future trilogy. Basically put, they are the best comedies I've ever seen in my entire life.
Okay.
If you haven't seen them, you need to, right now. I missed the camera. I missed the camera. I'm an idiot. Let me just say.
How dare you throw things at my camera?
Alright, fine.
Not the tripod either.
That was awful.
I can't find anything else to throw.
No. You get out of frame.
They are the best films I've ever seen in my life. The third one was a little too corny because they were out west. Either way, the character development was truly amazing. You thought that you were right there with them when they were talking and doing the time travel and all that stuff. It's like, whoa. So basically, that's why Back to the Future is my number one. Truly amazing films, amazing characters, amazing everything. Amazing score, amazing set design, costumes, you name it, it has it.
Now, the moment I've been waiting for, the stains of trilogies. Now, for this one, these films have to be only 3, but in my case, the 4th one isn't being made yet, so I'm gonna let it slide for now.
Alright, I'm trying to get into character.
Oh god.
My worst trilogy ever is the High School Musical trilogy.
Right on.
These movies! God damn it, I hate these goddamn movies. I want to punch everyone in the face because of how stupid they are. I swear to God, Zac Efron, if you don't shut the up, I'm gonna punch you in the goddamn face and break every bone in your face. I swear to God, I hate these movies. I hate this thing. I hate everything about these goddamn movies. I swear it makes me want to punch something every time I watch this. Every scene, any scene in this movie I try and watch, like if I come by it, I want to punch something immediately because of how terrible it is. It's so corny. It's so stupid. They are terrible at everything they do. Just stop, Disney.
No!
What? How much coke did you snort in order to think of this idea?
Let alone how much heroin
Damn
you
it!
do.
This is just so bad. Just
So
an awful series. I absolutely hate it. God damn you, Disney! I hated you for this for so long. Just stop.
Alright, my stain. Now, the first one of this trilogy I liked, but after seeing the first 2, I realized how this one is. Now, great for me. Transformers stand in disguise.
Ah, I get it.
Transformers, you are some of the worst movies ever, directed by
Michael Bay!
the director himself, Michael Bay. Now, I will admit, I remember you. I think you're with me when we saw the first Transformers movie.
Yeah, I remember.
Yes, it was me, you,
Horrible.
Shane, and Cody. We saw the first movie. We were blown away by it when we first saw it. We really were.
That was before we actually developed.
Yes. This was before we had the fully developed minds here. So excuse us.
Yeah.
I saw the second one. What the did you see in it? There's only maybe one good thing about these movies. Maybe 2 things: the special effects and the battle sequences. No, Megan Fox. No, don't even mention her. The battle sequences are really the only parts of the movies, but in the third one, everything was too closed up. You couldn't see shit in the third one.
It's so bad.
And every single movie, Shia LaBeouf has to run around and scream, Optimus! Bumblebee! I'm like, dude, shut the up.
Megatron!
Now knowing that they're making a 4th one, Megan Fox off. The 3rd one, the chick who was in that one,
Worse? Wait, wasn't she an underwear model?
yeah, she was a Victoria's Secret model.
And she's an actor.
Really?
Really?
You sucked ass. And in the second one, what the was up with that scene where the mom gets high off of brownies and starts going everywhere? That was the dumbest thing I'd ever seen. When I watched the last two movies, I was really thinking, how the hell did I like the first one? And Michael Bay, just stop it. Now you say yourself, now he said himself that he admitted the second one sucked. He admitted it himself.
The one thing is also, before you continue, is I can't believe they're going to be doing this, but like also like a cartoon I was watching when I was a kid, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Michael Bay's going to be doing it. But why did you do
Yes,
this?
what the f is he even in the Mutant Ninja Turtles reboot?
Why?
And guess
God
what?
damn it.
Megan Fox is in it.
Yes, why? Just stop.
I thought
just stop.
No way! Michael Bay and the Transformers trilogy, in my opinion, is the worst trilogy of movies I have seen. Your movies are just explosions, hot girls, more explosions.
And more explosions.
And more hot girls. That's the only thing your movies are known for.
My number one is quite possibly the worst book to film adaptation I've ever seen in my entire life, and coincidentally enough, it is a trilogy. Thank your lucky stars it's not Lord of the Rings. My worst trilogy I've seen, Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Oh God.
I've only seen the second one.
I've never seen any of them.
Where do I begin? The acting is horrible. The script, I swear to God, it was written by a 7-year-old. They did not, I repeat, it did not have anything to do with the books at all. It was absolutely...
But you've read the books?
Yeah. Yeah, I read the books.
Oh,
It's
okay.
absolutely stupid. It's ridiculous. It's like so childish and so mediocre that it's just unbearable to sit through, and especially the recent one. Dog Days. Dog Days where they're at a summer camp. It's just ridiculous.
What the f?
It's just ridiculous. It's totally stupid. The characters you can't really see like who's who or what is what. Well, actually you kind of can, but it's just really stupid characters, stupid storylines, stupid everything. Just stupid is Diary of a Wimpy Kid. And that's my number one.
Alright, so those were our top 5 trilogies that I will mention and the stains of all the trilogies. I'd like to thank Main Puzzle 90, of course, LG Store 16.
Love to be here.
Just a really quick announcement, you guys. Every month, there'll be 2 top 5 videos, one for film and one for gaming, because I'm starting to get back into gaming now these days. This month, we will be shooting a top 5 gaming video. I'm not too sure if he's going to be in it. We'll see. Comment down, let us know below of what your top 5 favorite trilogies are and your Stain trilogy, and that's what you guys know for my Q&A video. I am still accepting more questions. You can comment down in this video to tell me your questions. Until then, or the top 5 gaming video first starts, I will see you guys next time.
See you later.
Absolutely.
Seriously, do it. Do it. Do it.